Okay, now I hope it's supposed to be fine. Now it's fine. Okay. Yeah, no, that apparently didn't work. I tried to multi-stream from the same screen without connecting to the multi-streaming app. Just have both options on multi-streaming here. Just trying to. Okay, now I cannot see chats, but I can see it from another. I can just see it from here, I guess. Can hear. Now it's fine. Yes, this doesn't work on multi-streaming. Like now on my main screen, I cannot. I don't even have a chat, but it's okay because I'm having another phone which I can use for the chat. So please write down something in the chat, and I will read it out loud and see that it's working. Okay. Anyways, today's topic is about talking about training. If you have any questions regarding the training. Okay. Hello, welcome Los Angeles. Okay, yeah, I cannot see on my main screen no comments right now, unfortunately. Probably because I messed it up a little bit with trying to open two tabs at the same time on the screen. But I can read it here on another phone. Yeah, anyways, it was supposed to be a training session, but this is one of the days I don't really feel good at all. I slept very long. My body probably just wanted to recover as much as it could. And yeah, so I just decided, instead of completely bailing on it, which I wanted, I thought for a second just cancel this life and do karaoke later. But I didn't want to do it, essentially, and I pushed myself as hard as I could. So at least to have a conversation with you guys, and at least be able to respond to the questions. And I think that stream might be very helpful for someone who just starts training, don't know where to start and how to start. And I'm just willing to respond to the questions and do my best to help. Okay, Chris says, good work all night, so tired, but will power through till the evening. Yes. Yes. Yes, doing some posture training every day, few minutes. Good job for you. Well, tell us your feedback. How is it improving? Also, remember that you also need to control it consciously, right? For example, I'm leaning down like this now, so I'm reminding myself to lean against the chair and just try to hold a better posture and keep my chin, in a neutral position. Don't hang it over the phone, just hold my phone like this on the side and being able to read like that. So when it comes to the posture, it's also a lot of conscious decisions, though exercises should help if you do them consistently. Hi, I have started my intermittent fasting. Okay, interesting. And what timing do you do? Please give us more details. And how do you feel? How do you feel about it? How does it make you feel? Cold plunge, sauna, or none? Definitely, unless you have any underlying heart conditions, I would say. be careful with that unless you're like, if you're completely healthy, and especially if you're training. Thank you very much. Cold plunges and saunas can have its benefits. You do personal training. I do online personal training at the moment. I do strength and conditioning, hypertrophy, just body weight training in general, body weight conditioning. I do diet optimization, and both me and my husband help my clients with the sleep optimization and diet optimization as well. So we work quite multi-directional, also pain relief and trauma prevention, trigger release, some sort of things like myofascial release. It's also a thing I would like to use with my clients, because it's not only about training and getting an impact training, it's also you need to balance it with a good relief, so you can keep it up long term. While making videos, make sure you don't use gym equipment as much as people like me. I'm more interested in the raw workouts, homemade. Okay. Well, I can definitely make some videos for more like a homemade home training, body weight training, no equipment. Though, as I said, for resistance training, I would say you still want some sort of, okay, for example, push-ups you can do with no equipment. You can do, very controlled, using an eccentric phase, do it slower on eccentric phase, and, work more on strengths. You can do training like yoga, like the hardest one, I think is physically hardest one is Ashtanga yoga. You can do calisthenics. But for the pull-ups, for example, you need some, like pull-ups, you need something you can pull on, and for the back training, usually you need something for a resistance. Rather, you can hang on and use your body as resistance, or you can use additional equipment for resistance. So you can make some homemade, you can just use the water gallons or something like that. Though I would say that resistance training in the gym, or if you can get some sort of equipment and weights at home, that is a good option as well. Thanks for posture reminder, Los Angeles. Lucky News says, I drive and have forgotten a bit about over the years. Yes, that's what we all do, even with the phones, we have phones here, and we just hang our heads over it, and this is the posture we develop long term. So like now here I'm trying to keep my phone up, so I just have it straightly and I just look at it straightly. Ali and Mike Tyson skills together, you have best boxing style. I wouldn't say I have the best boxing style, but I'm definitely very, very eager about building a great, strong technique, that provides a good control on the ring. I heard cold plunges help with recovery. Yes, they can. They can help with the recovery. And as I said, it's just, but you need to be ready with that. I would say that for the person who is very, very beginner and never did anything like that, they're not really cold resistant, that could be a way too shocking. So I really would suggest for more like in athletes, people who are already physically at a good point, to use that as an additional recovery tool. There are other ways how to recover. First recovery is sleep. Optimize your sleep. Make sure you have a good, sustainable sleep pattern. And then you can help with, just basic relaxation, massage therapy. You can do myofascial release on your own. Add some stretching to it. Just rest. Basically, take some days off and just rest and relax. And those kind of things. Good diet definitely helps for your body to recover briefly. Okay, I keep scrolling. OnlyFans. No OnlyFans, guys. Never will be. Can you show us your tattoo? Yeah, this is my tattoo. It's dragon, it's the woman's head, and katana on the back. Dorian says, I'm a personal trainer as well, which is why I'm asking. Absolutely. We're colleagues. And, well, tell us more about your personal training. Feel free to share about what you do, what you specialize at as well. The chat is open for discussions and also sharing your own journeys, guys. Of your videos, thank you. I looked up black streamers and you were top of the recommendation. That's funny. Hello from Russia. Hi, from Vietnam. Chris has a good info about cold plunges. That is, there are researches and studies about that, so you can look it up too. Cold plunges right after hypertrophy diminish the results of if you do it right after, as you heal the stress that's supposed to make it work to grow, but can be used well for recovery if you're smart about it. That's good. If you do hypertrophy training, shortly speaking, that can straight after the workout when you are like warmed up, that can actually stop results of the development of the hypertrophy itself, because it's going to promote more of the recovery immediately. And that stress, that cortisol, that trigger aftermath that your brain needs to perceive to, like do a certain chemical processes while you sleep to start recovering there and start building and growing your muscle fibers. There was some sort of researches about that can stop, the cold plunge can slow down that process, at least. Ask my crush out once, she scared me pretending to throw a punch. Okay, keep scrolling down. Cupping therapy is good too. I had shoulder injury from heavy back and I feel cupping did me good. Of course, I did other things too. Well, cupping is great for muscles, but if you had the shoulder injury, just make sure that injury was not in your, specifically in the joint, the shoulder joint, because there you need different ways how to help it. So what's the conversation about? Jose asks. It is about, let's talk about training. It's supposed to be my training session, but like everyone else, I don't have the best days sometimes, and that's one of those days. I'm just exhausted physically, but I didn't want to bail, so I just changed it to having a conversations about training, sharing each other's experiences, and putting the insights just to make this stream and this conversation as useful as possible. Minnie says, I'm having a burnout, irregular sleeping routine. Life is going on downfall due to these things. I cannot work, study, low energy due to these things. What to do? Well, it sounds like you have a lot in your daily life. You more than you can comprehend, more than you can deal with. And probably that stress, that overwhelming feeling about that you cannot make everything on time, you're not able to accomplish everything, started messing up your sleep, and at least contributed in it. And this is how the downfall started. Like I guarantee you're without a good sleep, with an irregular sleeping routine, everything's gonna feel like it's going downfall. So look at your routine and schedule and just take out things that don't really matter that much. I understand you're studying, working, studying, all of that combined, but try to distribute your tasks the way that you actually have time to rest. Even during the day, you have a couple hours at least to sit and chill, drink your tea, water, just enjoy silence. And like when it comes to the later in the night, try to make sure that you have the evening time for yourself, and then you have a good timing, like enough time to basically prepare yourself for the bed and go to bed at the right time, and fix your sleeping routine as the first thing. But it really felt like you have just a lot to deal with, and I understand it might feel that you need to accomplish all of those things, but think about things that they're not that much of the priority at this moment. Just put them at the back plan. 188 centimeters dream height of most of us males. I'm just 5'7", and it feels so short while going outside. I was saying, talking about those things previously, and I understand completely. Yes, it's preferable to be taller than shorter and that height, but also you have to consider that height that's not that many people. So it's like me wanting to be like a Monica Bellucci beauty-wise. There are not that many Monica Belluccis out there, okay? So should I feel insecure about that? That there are so many Monicas out there, so I cannot be demanded and attractive enough for the dating market or something like that. No, because there are like very few Monicas out there, and what I can do is just to try enhance my appearance as much as possible through the things I can control. My height is obviously for women, it's not that much of the matter, but I'm not that tall as well, and I've been told by guys that, oh, you're way too short. Okay, whatever, I mean, obviously not all guys think, same as the women, not all women are that delusional, aiming for, the height standard Monica Bellucci's in the for the guys. There is a certain, up to the certain height, it's just a fraction of the percentage in the world. And certain countries have the more, like Netherlands, Norway, I think, there are like certain countries who have a lot of tall people. And imagine the rest of the world, it's just, very few people. So, guys, just also, when you're shorter and if you're slim at the same time, if you're not trained, you're gonna feel even smaller. So what you can focus on building the V-tape, exercising, building your physique. They're gonna make you feel bigger. They're gonna make you feel more confident. They're gonna make you feel, and start doing some martial arts as well. Do boxing, do kickboxing, just for yourself, but do it. That's also going to bring extra confidence, because it's not going to be, look at the Ilia Topuria. He's one of the most equipped fighters right now, and there was footages that you could see that he's not hesitant of fighting someone who is just, trying to bullshit him and try to look bigger in front of him. There are a couple of videos I've seen him having like a bar fight or something like that, which he didn't seem starting. It's just someone taller came to him and kind of started bullying him or something like that. He's a professional fighter. Of course he will stand his ground. And all I'm saying is, it's not obvious, and I don't encourage fighting on the street and do any street fighting, but my point is the confidence. That's the things you can control. So if you're not happy with your height as the guy, if you think you're not that tall, okay, start training, grow muscle, grow the big back, shoulders, make yourself look bigger, and build up your confidence. So the height becomes something that is you fully accept and embrace. You cannot change it, right? So you gotta deal with it and live with it. And that is on itself quite attractive. I find the guys who are not tall, but they don't really give a shit about it, and they're I can see they're physically fit, they're not coping, they really live that through, they accepted the reality, and they know what they can do and they cannot do, but they're real men. I have a huge respect, and I think that that is very attractive. Accepting things you cannot change about your appearance and moving on and keep doing your best is very, very attractive trait. Okay, from Canada, hello. I'm just keep scrolling down, guys. It's quite a lot of comments. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. If you do lots of processed sugars and lots of coffee, cut the processed sugars and one coffee per day. Try electrolyte powder to you could be dehydrated. Yeah, that's a good point as well. I didn't talk about that point, but apart from the lot of tasks and a lot of outside unnecessary stress, yeah, if you also on the top drink a lot of coffee, sugar, so you get caffeine in, that's gonna mess up your sleep for sure. That's gonna just contribute in that vicious cycle. So absolutely, make sure you're getting hydrated, and obviously also another thing you should try look into is nutrition. But I would say, yeah, first stage is to make sure you have a good sleep. So if it's a lot of caffeine, just taper down the caffeine. Make sure that your day every day is not full of those so many tasks that you cannot even deal with. So you just, can create a good foundation and good routine for essentially having good sleep. Okay. Question, do you count calories when you want to eat, or do you just eat anything? Jose asks, yes, I count calories most of the time. I use app chronometer. That helped me to regulate my weight and regulate my nutrition, and essentially just naturally by having like a slight deficit and being in a regime, I cut down from, I would say like 62 kgs down to 54, and that's my comfortable weight now. That changed my appearance, trust me guys. If you see, I'll make some short video where it's like my old video where I used to work in the studio. It's just when I learned English, like quite the recent period. At that point I learned English recently, and you can see difference how I looked then and how I look now. I'll make that video for you so you can see, guys. But yeah, I use calorie tracking app though, because now I'm, what calorie tracking apps teach you very well. They teach you intuitive eating. Pretty much what you eat, then you kind of start getting used to those portions. So it does not, you don't have to do it necessarily daily anymore. Like now, last few days, I didn't calorie tracking at all. But I know approximately how I eat. I don't eat too often. I don't snack, so I know that I'm pretty much in my maintenance at the very least. And yeah, my weight is not fluctuating. So, but I still like to get back to it always, especially when I want to have a better insight and control, not only about my calories, but my nutrition, because chronometer app, even free version, gives a good insight on the breakdown on the nutrition that you're taking. Yes, I'm Georgian from Tbilisi. You're the redhead Monica Bellucci. Trust me, it's a good camera angle right now, but no, I'm not. I have a pleasant face, but if you put Monica, if you put Lindsay Crawford, if you put a lot of women that are just they have perfect nose, perfect, everything, almost close to perfect. And even science agrees that they're perfect appearance. Their symmetry, facial symmetry is quite good. I'm not there. I know, I admit that I am pleasant looking. I think that, well, according to what people tell me, what my husband thinks, essentially I think I'm about average, that's for sure. And it fluctuates. Sometimes I can be, trust me, sometimes I can be average looking. If I gain weight, at the times when I've been heavier, I'm 5, literally average looking. At the days when sometimes I'm just, didn't have good sleep, did not eat well, for days, and dehydrated. My skin start getting bad, so drops me to 6. well, me and my husband and like other friends, where we're talking about those things like objectively, I think like 6.5, 7. That's where I am, and there's nothing wrong. That's already higher than average. And if we really look at the mass, and if we really play with those numbers, because that really doesn't matter. But if we just have it as a playful conversation, yeah, I mean 6.5, 7. That sounds like somewhere where I'm at right now, and it's definitely not 8, 9, and 10, which are certain height, certain appearance models. It also doesn't mean that for someone I might be 10, because it's just all about the their preferences, also the way I talk, my behavior, my principles. For my husband, I'm a 10, I guess, because or somewhere close that. Sometimes I can be 8, 9, depends. But yeah, like me for each other, we are 10s, because it's just we found the good partners within each other, and it's a good balance between appearance. We became way better looking together because we put the work together. We became fitter, we became healthier, stronger. We started taking care of like he grew out a nice good beard that really gives him a very good facial, enhances his facial structure, even though he has a good job, but like with the beard it gets even better. With me, I'm growing out my hair. I had damaged hair because I colored it like a white, very light, and I used the bleach, so my hair quality wasn't the best. Now it's growing out, it's getting better. I have braces that definitely improved my facial structure and my teeth structure. Eyebrows, like, hey, someone's coming over. Speaking of my husband. Anyway, so just giving you a certain pointers that it's a combination of what you have to deal with, which is your genetics and genetical profile, and the work you're putting into. Your boxer, yes, I am, and I'm trying to get back to competing in amateur boxing. A woman can't be too short. You see? There are men who are not really into short women either. So it's not. I think in women there's also like certain perfect height standard, and I think I'm shorter than that. Height is not always an advantage in striking, given that shorter fighters are usually more powerful and do have an advantage in closer ranges. Oh, when it comes to fighting, that's absolutely for sure. Hi. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I agree. By the way, if you want the Wi-Fi password, it's the first one, and it's 68686868. Just 4 times 68. Yeah. There are also certain.
This is mine.
Yeah, just get it. There's certain situations and fields actually that like being extremely tall is not. If we go beyond appearances and just like a visual aspect of it, there are certain advantages both to being taller and shorter depending what you do, where you're at. Then it's 141, so height isn't always a. Show me this. It's no, that's the wrong one. But I think I have the right one. Hold up. A second.
You were saying that you're 141 height?
Yes, he's lying to you. I'm 161. He just likes
She's
to.
a liar, she's a midget.
This one. Here. Why vintage filter? I don't think, no, it's no filter at all. It's just a good lighting. So there is, let me show you. Actually, I cannot show you. Yeah, actually, I cannot show you. It's, I don't know, for some reason, because I tried to do double streaming on the like camera, just opening 2 tabs. I cannot change my camera now. So, but it's the way it is. There is like a window outside and out there, and just provides a good lighting. Speak Georgian. გამარჯობა, როგორ ხართ მეგობრებო? ყველაფერს საუკეთესოს გისურვებთ. ივარჯიშეთ, კარგად დაისვენეთ და ყველაფერი კარგად იქნება. What I said is hello guys, hello friends, hope you're doing well, train, eat well, and everything's gonna be good. that's something what I said.
Someone said you're bilingual and like, no, you're trilingual.
I'm trilingual. I know Georgian, Russian, and English.
And learning Norwegian.
And learning, jeg lærer å snakke norsk. That was Norwegian. That's all in Norwegian I have right now. And I know the word leilighet, which is an apartment. Boxing or wrestling, what's work more in street fight? Combination of the two. Fyodor Emelianenko, legendary fighter. Terence Crawford is winning September 13th, right? Possibly. I think it's going to be a close fight. I mean, both Canelo and Crawford it's a very good match. We have now a year of very good matchups, both in boxing and the UFC. Okay, thank you. Frosty Cupcake says, hi Frosty Cupcake, one of our moderators. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. And, you know, I believe that if you really like a person and the content, you will do that anyways. But I appreciate Frosty Cupcake for mentioning that out. How is it going? Everything's good? You just hold it like this. I just subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate it. She's a baddie. I mean, she's too gorgeous. The only place where I'm baddie is when I sing and when I do like a rock singing and, you know, just rocking it. That's the only time I'm a baddie. Otherwise, I'm like a teddy bear. Okay, William says, I've been sober for 6 months. My next goal is to eliminate processed sugar from my diet completely. First of all, shout out to you, William, for being sober for 6 months. You took the responsibility, and that is not what a lot of people do. That takes strength, determination, and like willpower. So proud of you, man. And yeah. One step at a time. That was a big step now. Next step is eliminate sugar. You don't necessarily have to eliminate it fully unless you want to, but balancing your diet towards getting non-processed food mostly as your main food intake, going towards the higher protein, bioavailable protein, high fiber, you know, both macros and micros and the like vitamins and minerals also in the place. Probiotics, healthy fats, moderate, and then having moderate amount of carbs. There's nothing wrong with that, unless you like, as long as you don't go too much sugar, too much carbs in your diet, and you balance out with other macros and micros, it should be fine. But if you're willing to completely taper down the processed sugar and stuff, just go ahead. I really wish you the best of luck, and I think you got this. Habib female version. Yeah, don't think so, but I have a respect for Habib for sure. Intermittent fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting, and it obviously depends on the individual situation, but ideally our bodies are supposed to be good with intermittent fasting because it depends on the region where you come from, what your ancestry had to deal with. There's some places it wasn't easy to get the food maybe in the like days, you know, so people had to eat once a day, something like that. In some regions where it would be more gathering, maybe it was a lot of like a kind of snacking type of eating, they're eating nuts and just little by little. So I think we both adaptable to eating, multiple times and eating a few times per day. The benefits eating a few times per day, you trigger less of the insulin just in general. No matter what you eat, you don't have like constant spikes, especially if you eat high protein, high fiber, healthy fat foods that balance out your glycemic index and your glycemic response. So, yeah, I mean, intermittent fasting, there are different, it's for the health benefits at the very least. If you do 12 hours, that just should be like a base for pretty much everyone, according to some of the researchers. Like, you can check it out. It's, if you think about it, you have 12 hours to eat, meaning you can eat 3, 4, 5 times throughout the day, and then it's like a sleep time, meaning that you don't eat the next 12 hours. But there are 16 hours fasting and 18, 20, like OMAD, which is once in 24 hours, you have 2-hour gap. Yeah, sure. 2-hour gap. And yeah, try different ones. You don't have to go strictly one or this and that. You can switch and change. That's what he always does even with my clients when I have online training and I talk about something serious, like he just and you're the guy who says though you don't want to be on camera.
They saw my nose and a little bit of my mustache.
Yes, I wish that someone screenshotted that, like, literally you your little
We
face.
should encourage people to make
Make what?
edits and remixes and things of your song. I saw one of the questions here was, are you looking for a rich husband? And remember the Mike Tyson quote I showed you?
It wasn't Mike Tyson, I think it was 50 Cent, no?
Yeah,
50 Cent. Yeah, we just, okay, I'll respond to that. I'm already rich because I have the best husband I could ever wish for. And 50 Cent, he sent me the 50 Cent, like a part of the interview and the quote that basically he was saying that sometimes people manage to be richer without whether they have money or not by finding a great partner more than someone who has a lot of money. Because having a lot of money is good, but from a certain point, it just gets kind of piling up, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, but who you tie your life with can make a big difference. And yeah, we like 50 Cent. He has a lot of wisdom, and he just drops a lot of wisdom quite often.
Yeah, the 50th law that they wrote with Robert Greene is a very good continuation of the 48 laws of power.
Yeah. I have to read that one, the 50 laws of. It's the 50 Cent together with the Robert Greene. Yeah, they wrote the book. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, you're humble, gorgeous, perfect is not what anyone wants. Yes, there is not such thing as perfect, and trust me, perfect I think can be boring. It's better to be yourself with your imperfections and be individual than aim for being perfect. Okay, what's your perspective on Jesus? There was this one question. I have I'm coming from the Orthodox Christian country, but I have this personal system of belief that I took a lot of ideas to a lot of philosophies from different religions, including Christianity. And to me, Jesus is representation. Whether he was a historical figure or not, I'm not going to talk about that. But he's the metaphor for the kindness, how the kindness works. Even to the evil, even to the bad doings that people do to you, you respond with kindness. For example, when someone comes to me and just start, say spreading negativity, trying to get me personal, there's such a thing as art of detachment. You just detach from them. You don't take that personally. You see through those people, and you see through that they are suffering, they're angry. That probably comes from their childhood, and they're suffering in that cycle, and you actually try to give them a hand. You know what? Do you need help? Do you need to talk to someone? It's fine. It's fine to be angry. It's not good. It's not going to give you anything good and anyone else around you in the long term. But it is a normal human emotion. And I think Jesus, to me, really represents that quality, that being kind, even to someone who is not kind to you. But I also believe in certain boundaries. I definitely believe in certain things. I'm not that of the, how to say that? I don't agree with the idea of if someone slaps your cheek, give them another one. I don't really agree with that. I believe in the boundaries. I believe in the natures of the law. And I believe that you have to protect your rights that you acquired with resilience, with dignity, with fighting, and with living through this life. So you can really ruin your life becoming very, very pacifistic, unless you have an environment to do that. If you go to go for ascetic type of life where you have an environment and people who are living the same life, that might be perfect for you. But in the world that is full of cruelty, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your family, your kids, your spouse, and your community. So as much as you willing to be kind and be kind to people who are not kind to you, even there, that has to be a certain boundaries. That's what I believe. And yeah, there are certain things. I think this is what we should take from figures like Jesus. We need to literally take what they represented and try to live it in a daily life ourselves, and try to practice and exercise it on a daily basis. Keep scrolling down, guys. It's quite a lot of comments now. So, Gamarjoba. Hi to Kenya. Dilam Shudobisa, that's Georgian. Dilam Shudobisa, it means good morning. How many miles can you run? I used to run, I can't tell you in miles, I can tell you in kilometers. It's even now I can run easy 5 kilometers for sure, which is probably 3 miles, 3.5, something like that. Like a shorter distance I can run even now, even though I stopped running longer distances because that's not the type of cardio I'm training for the martial arts or even sprinting. But I've been running 10K, 15K. I have run 21K as well, but that's not really what I'm aiming for that much. $50 said it. What about him and Mayweather? LOL. I don't know what him was and Mayweather. All I know from today is that quote he said. And I don't know if he lives up to it or not, but as I said, take what is. Sometimes even people who don't necessarily do what they say, but sometimes they say the right thing. So why wouldn't you take that right thing and use it as an example and as a lesson to yourself? So that was the idea of using 50 Cent's quote. Gingers have souls? Maybe. LMAO, Cartman said it best. South Park. Ladies, man. What do you for it if your lady cheated and she wants you back for the happiness and forgiveness? I've been in my mind trying to forgive, but I can't. Basically, reassurance and guidance to become happy. Well, I'm sorry that happened, and I think people. The problem is that people don't rarely become accountable. If they do, if they're ready to cheat on you, they usually don't learn their lesson. Obviously, there are exceptions, and usually people work it through in personal relationship, to people who actually manage to work it through, but most of people just ruin things through cheating, and even if they get back to you because of the comfort and realizing that you've been the best option for them, they're gonna tend to do it again and again, because when women cheat, I believe they just think that they deserve a better man, whatever it's in their understanding. You know what? Like, it's nothing personal to you. It's just whatever they think they deserve, and especially you cannot forgive her anyway. So I think it's just better to close the chapter. Definitely take your lessons, see through what was the red flags, what is the personality traits that indicated that she could potentially do that. I believe that people who are way too self-centered, people who are like, concentrated only on themselves, people with the lack of accountability, I would say, they tend to cheat more. Because there are people who are more accountable, even if they would want, even if they would have an urge, they wouldn't do it because they understand the consequences of that happening, and they take the responsibility, and they don't want to ruin a great relationship. So look into certain traits that you need to have in partner to, pretty much make sure that they wouldn't do it to you. Obviously, you also have to have very good relationship. I believe you should be best friends, and I believe you should be your relationship should be complex, not just the partners, not just just relationship living under the same roof, and do whatever you want. I don't believe in that. And I hope she also learns her lesson, because that's not like the things you can ruin things like that, and those are the consequences. There are some things you cannot change anymore, and the only thing you can do from both sides, just learn and maybe not do that again in the future. Talking more about her and about the cheaters themselves. What are you doing here, Black Widow? Hi, New Zealand. Hi, everyone, guys. She's only 4'9". Well, I'm technically 5.2. Okay, I'm all the way up to the chat now. And it goes quite rapidly. Dana just announced Armand versus Ilya for interim lightweight. Wow, just read the news. Awesome. Really? Well, we were talking, someone was saying that Ilya is ducking Armand, or like whoever, or maybe Armand ducking Ilya, but that's the thing, whatever, like Ilya would have to stick in the lightweight, right? I don't think they would let him to just move to another weight class again without defending lightweight title. So, and I was saying that Arman would be one of the best first contenders. So if it's true, please, other guys, please also confirm if it's true. And yeah, that's great. That's one of the fights I'm looking forward to. OnlyFans. No OnlyFans. Sorry, guys, never will have. I'm not gonna do that to my children. I don't have children yet, but we're planning to have children. I'm not gonna do that to them. She does UFC. I don't do UFC. I watch her UFC. I like watching mixed martial arts and boxing, and just it kind of becomes the thing when you start rather mixed martial arts training or just the other component sports like boxing, wrestling, BJJ. You tend to start watching mixed martial arts in general too. Hey from UK, hi. What do you think? Tyler asks. Hi, Tyler. Tyler, another moderator. Thank you for doing a good job on the last stream. What do you think of the concept of chasing women? Do you feel your husband chased you, or it's what's natural connection? How do you chase, but also how show affection? Well, my husband was opposite. He was the prize, and kind of thing. How to say that? Like, he didn't chase me. Our decision to start having a relationship was quite pragmatic, and because we saw certain traits in each other that we saw that long term that would be like good to go. And I also don't think that I necessarily chased him, but I adjusted to his world. Like, he was like, okay, this is my world. You come into my world. And then as a woman, you put the roots in your man's world and you kind of tie your worlds together and create the yin-yang principle. But I got this huge, massive respect towards him from the day one I met him. So I believe the best, if you really want a woman to not be like, oh, you need to do this and that, but actually avoid those kind of women in the first place. But if you have a decent woman, not perfect, she has some insecurities, there might be some traumas, but she's decent, she has some good values and stuff, get her to respect you. I think that's the best thing, because once a woman respects you, and obviously she starts liking you more, she sees that you're strong. Why she would respect you? She sees that you're strong, you can protect, you're capable of being dangerous, meaning that you shouldn't be dangerous to her or to children or to someone who is innocent and weak, but you're just capable of being dangerous when it's needed, when you need to protect your family. Those are kind of like the back thoughts, and they're just natural, and it's just because of our biology and evolution in general. And obviously you're saying something, you're acting on your word, all of those things, You're not simping too much. Like, giving a compliment to your woman and simping on your woman is two different things. Chris tells me, like, pretty much every day we tell each other that we love you, but I was the one who said I love you first, but I didn't even say it in the way that I confessed to him. I remember one night just falling asleep, and I just said, good night, babes, I love you. That was the first time I said it. And I just decided, you know what, he's not that type of man who, I need to act in a way, like, he's very too strong for that, and he knows his value. So, I'm just gonna be honest, and we'll see how it goes, I'm gonna be the one who shows the love and affection first, and we'll see. And in a few times I was just like, okay, bye, I love you, bye. Like, just one time he looked at me and he's like, I love you too. And that was the sweetest moment for me, So yeah, it's just make a woman respect you. I think that's the best thing you can do to secure her interest in you, or affection, or whatever it is. Okay, moving to the next one. Katie Taylor fought Amanda Serrano, and I think she definitely won the last fight. She really did. Second fight I would give to Amanda. That's what I think. How many push-ups you can do? I can do 5, 10, 15, I guess. Yin yang. Yes, I was talking about yin yang. Thank you very much. It brought me much understanding. I've been distraught. Why would a woman cheat on a good man who has given everything? And I understand Licorice Devil, is this true? Well, anyways, as I said just a second ago, make sure that she respects you. That's the first thing, because if she starts thinking that she deserves a better man, that means she doesn't really have respect to you. And she's not that attracted to you anymore, or she was not from the very beginning as well. And she's also not that smart, and that's on her. I believe that we need to settle down, and settle down not in a way that settle down with the wrong person and anything like that, but we need to be realistic about where we at the dating market, what we represent, and we need to find someone, a partner who's matching us. And that's what I've been telling a lot of my female friends too, that stop chasing those delusions. Stop thinking about that, like those like extra tall, super rich guys. It's like, why would he choose you? You know, no, but really, when he has a big choice, he can find someone who is way more attractive than you. He can definitely hit on someone that is maybe even better qualities than you. So it's kind of out of your league anyways, but look for a man and appreciate the man who is a strong man. I believe that what makes a man strong is his capability of protect and provide. And that's the when you said like giving everything, like that's what a man should give to, definitely to a woman, to children. But at the same time, obviously a woman has to give her part too. And stop giving everything. Stop getting involved way too much in one-sided relationships. If you're literally giving away to please someone and they're just completely not happy, constantly not happy, you're dealing with a narcissist. And that's not, we all have narcissistic traits, but like I'm talking about like a well-developed narcissists. That's just a waste of time. Which country, Madame? Georgia. Play Free Birds. I'll do that later in the karaoke. Tyler says, I see. Yeah, I hope that was good a response. Edward asks, for a young man growing up being told that he's toxic for being a man, go watch Casablanca. You will understand the way the older generations have been towards women. Well, yes, I think, okay, first of all, being told that you're toxic and you're bad just because you're a male, that is ridiculous, okay? Men are a backbone of the society. If we really think about it, if we put all the like feminist and like ultra left nonsense, who is supporting infrastructure, who is building things, like how is the things functioning? 99% of the workers who do that are male. Hard jobs, sometimes not very well paid off jobs, and it depends on the country. Men are backbone of the society. If men disappear one day, the society is gonna collapse. So don't believe when they tell you that, oh, you're a male, you're toxic, you're like this and that. Just try to just escape that environment, change the environment ASAP. And I mean, I never watched Casablanca. I'll look into it. You will understand the way the older generations have been towards women. I understand that women also had to go through a lot. I think women also been used by in industry a lot too. So I'll tell you a good example. I forgot the name of the person, but that was Freud's nephew, literally a relative of the Freud, who was a very, very good, brilliant marketer. So he was in the marketing field. And he wanted to open the whole new market for the cigarettes, which were women. Women didn't smoke cigarettes, unlike men in 20s. Like that was just not the thing. And he created this campaign, which is, it was like a music festival in New York. And so he hired a lot of women to, on the signal, to just light up their cigarettes at the same time. And they took the picture for the New York Times and the other magazines. And that event was named the Torches of Freedom, or something like that. So that was like the new wave of, since then women started smoking to be equal to men. So that was the sign of, if a woman smokes, she's in the business, she's like, she's like, it's like being equal to men kind of thing. But in reality, so they sold cigarettes to women by selling the idea of, if you smoke a cigarette, you're equal to men kind of thing. So there are a lot of wrong liberations that have been on the way. But there are certain liberations, obviously. Women got rights to do sports, for example. Like if you look at the sports back then and now, women's sports, it's absolutely a great achievement. They're absolutely great. Obviously, we're living in a life now, for good or bad, that as a woman, you pretty much can do on your own as well. It led to other problems, because there's still this narrative that, you can just focus on career, like you don't need children, you don't need family, but that actually can be as bad as a demographical collapse. Korea, China is suffering through that potentially in the next 20 years. Pretty much all the Western countries have that issue with that. So it's not only you and your personal choice. Essentially, if we have a propaganda pushing people not having kids and basically not having families anymore, that's going to create the demographical collapse. But the point is, well, what I'm saying is that, yes, there have been wrongdoings towards women, but also there have been wrongdoings from rich to the poor. Like throughout the history of humanity, it's more like, yes, there was definitely women have had less rights towards men, but it was actually because of survival, because man was the one who could protect, and she just had to follow her man wherever they would go and take care of kids and just be able to survive. And that's what was life, and only like handful of people could live pretty much good life, relatively speaking. So history did wrongdoing not only to women, it did pretty much to everyone. And the way we got, like after the World War II, the industrial boom, the technological boom, like the music and the cultural boom, like sexual revolution, all of that together obviously dropped us in completely new type of living. Like that's something like that never happened before. A lot of new values, a lot of changing of the values and all those things. But that's what I'm saying, we cannot go back, right? We cannot just say, okay, now we're gonna live in the Victorian period again, where women being poisoned by trying to look pale and stuff. Obvious, that's not the thing. But we need to get the certain core values that brought us to still here, which is family, community. And we need to focus on those things. We need to stop neglecting those. Countries like Norway, who is like super liberal countries and like, super equal, creates the equal environment for both men and women, they are encouraging family. They have a payment per child till they turn 18. They're like maternity and paternity leaves to help encourage and have like the, families and like kids in place, so the country doesn't suffer the demographical collapse. I think that's like an essential point of it, right? So it's just, we're living now the opposite side, that in some of the Western countries, they're really being telling you that you're toxic because you're male. That is bullshit. Males are backbone of the society and of the infrastructure. And this is what a lot of women, a lot of people who just do social media only and stick to TikTok and they're entitled and privileged to live the lives they do. They had never seen anything else, only through their devices, but not like realistically. They don't know those things. They have not even thought about those things. So don't believe. Just believe that kind of environment where you've been grown to believe in those that you're not good, you're bad because you're a man. Okay, I'm hiding this channel, this guy from because it's too much spamming, guys. I'm gonna moderate people who are spamming way too much. I wish you were my wife. I cannot be your wife, I'm already married, but I can be a friend who is, willing to try to give a good advice. I'm a married woman, right? So that means I also learned how to do certain things to maintain my good relationship. Both of us, me and my husband, work towards having healthy, peaceful relationship even before having kids, because we don't want our kids to see us fighting. We want to get to the point that we don't have a conflicts and the tension anymore. And if there is, a certain situation where it just happens, we just know how to navigate it. So I'm willing to share my experience, my insights when it comes to those things. Please show us more boxing moves. I'll do that in another stream, okay? I'm not really feeling that great today, and that's why I decided to do more talking. Anyways, so I'll do that in the future live. Actually, I want to do the next live stream. I'll do boxing from the scratch. This is how the live stream gonna be called. So from the scratch, for the very beginners, going step by step through how we would do the progression in the boxing. Especially if it makes sense, but today is different because it's better time and women and men have equal opportunities and potential. Oh yeah, I'm definitely for one thing when it comes to the equality. I'm for equal opportunities, not in all fields. There are certain fields that it just doesn't work, like elite special forces, like Delta Force. There are no women there, and they cannot lower that standard to just make quoting, right? There are certain fields that you cannot have that. But in general, yes, I believe that equal opportunities work for most of the fields now, and it should be it should be for professionalism. You should be accepted and hired and appreciated by your skills and your experience and your professionalism, despite whether you're a man and woman. And that's like Norway did this experiment. They encouraged everyone to do free, just go and study whatever they wanted. And essentially, because they give completely freedom, no stereotypes, nothing, they like women could do engineering and men could do whatever, nursing. But the thing is, it happened opposite, that when people got this complete sense of freedom that, okay, now we have this equal opportunities to do whatever, most men went engineering, most women went nursing. Why? Because as the Jordan Peterson said very well, most of men are interested in things and most of women are interested in people. And there are certain natural urges that just lead us to certain choices, and that's completely normal. I believe we should do something we're good at and we really enjoy doing. And today, perfect, like a lot of people whine about today's world, but this is the best time to live in. Try to skip it back to 100 years ago. You would not enjoy life. You wouldn't have that much. And if you go further and further, like an average person's life is better than an aristocrat's and a king's life back in the Versailles in the 16th century. So yes, it's definitely the best time to live in, especially in the more or less civilized countries and certain parts of the world. Mankind is barely figuring out how to nurture and adhere to human nature. Yeah, you definitely cannot neglect the human nature. We see where it's leading. Okay, Tarek says, whoever is reading this, I want to let you know Jesus Christ loves you and wants relationship with you. Please repent of your sins and turn him before it's too late. And if it resonates, if you resonate with that, listen to it. What's your body fat percentage? It should be around 19 now, 20, 19, somewhere like that. How to impress a Georgian girl if I'm not Georgian? Well, actually, Georgian women. So a lot of Georgian men are lazy and don't want to work, and they are like pursuing some gangster mentality. So I think actually a lot of women, Georgian women, they marry foreigners. So it's not an uncommon practice. I have my husband is Norwegian, so it's just be a good man. And Georgian women are, I would say, they're not same as Western women, even though there are some delusions and there are some things that I don't like about Georgian women either, but I think they're way more loyal, they're way stronger, way resilient. They can be a little bit too extra jealous, maybe if you're ready to deal with those things, but in general, Georgian women are more about family. They want a good, strong man, and they're ready to follow the leadership of the good man. How long have you been married? Totally now, almost 3 years now. I'm scrolling down, guys. Okay, all the way up to the top. Joseph says, when we get a plan and get a good terms for it and work together without ego, it comes together. I love it when a plan comes together and when Apple and comes to get her. Well, anyways, if you're talking about the plans, just having a certain plan in place and, gradually putting it in motion, yes, I agree. That's a good feeling. Which country are you from? Georgia. Damn girl, you're beautiful. Let me get the number. I have a husband and I'm not really giving away my number that way. Safety concerns. Show us some boxing moves. As I said, I'll do that in the next stream where I do like from the beginning, boxing from the scratch for the very beginners, so you actually can follow up on it. God-fearing women are loyal. Yeah, the people who are religious and they have some religious backbone are loyal. I would say also smart women are loyal when it comes not a career smart, but socially and emotionally smart women are also loyal because they understand that importance of loyalty. If you want the loyalty back, you have to be loyal. And if you want to be able to build and not destroy, you have to be loyal. Because of the feminism, it's a better place for women to live. Well, yes or no, that's what I said. It unlocked a lot of opportunities, like I believe in sports, having your own separate bank account, like things like that, obviously. But at the same time, it's just, let's look into a little hypocrisy here. In reality, the industries, they just decided to get the woman more as the labor. And now in the rich countries, a woman cannot relax and just take care of her kids if she wants to. That's not the choice anymore. She will have to work. So the household, both men and women have to work to survive. That doesn't sound like a good life to me necessarily, because it actually takes away choice from you. So there are certain things. I'm not saying that's the best time to live for both men and women. I believe that. Though there are certain things that the system is going to try to execute all the human labor force they can. So it's like getting richer, making money out of it, and they're gonna lie to you and tell you whatever for you to do what they want to do, right? So I think that's what a lot of extreme feminists don't understand. And then they ask questions: why I can't build relationship? Why I'm alone at the 40, 50 years old? I don't have kids, and unfortunately, very few women do that by their own choice. I know couples who just really don't give a shit about family and stuff, and they just want to travel and do their own stuff. Good for them. But most of women actually look back at their life and they're like, what have I done? Then they remember this good man in their life that they could do a relationship with, but they kind of rejected it, and because they thought they rather don't want to do it, or they deserve a better man, and then they're like, they lost their time. And now they rather have to settle down somehow and just do it in the best way possible, or even that's not going to be an option anymore, and then they're going to be alone. And people are social creatures. It goes both for men and women. It's not, we don't want to be alone. We want to, before being on dying and like being on the deathbed, and literally looking behind and seeing the legacy that we built, the family, children, the grandkids, the community around, outside of the family that we built. That is the biggest happiness, I believe. And that might not be a purpose for everyone, but I believe that most of people low-key want that kind of life. And unfortunately, we're being lied to and manipulated and doing a lot of things that we think they're good for us, and we want it because it's easy to manipulate. Okay, if someone tells you that you want it, you got this, that's something you wanted, you're like, yeah, you start thinking that that's what you want, that's what you need, but essentially you're just being lied to one more time. Okay, we keep scrolling up. Luke says, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It means place and it beats you down if you let it. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's the legendary Rocky Balboa's words. Absolutely true. It's that this is what happens in the especially richer countries where you become privileged and entitled to things. You stop being resilient. You don't have a reason to be resilient anymore. And that's why I encourage do sports. I encourage to throw kids to do different sports, do military training, do different things, because things are very fragile. One day, a war can start in your country. One day, an earthquake can happen, and it's just gonna ruin your life. There are a lot of things that can happen just in like in a moment. And if you're not resilient, if you're not able and capable to be able to, help yourself, help your family in the situation, try to survive. You don't have that skill set. It just, you're not going to be able to survive. So that's a good reminder that life is not about only being happy. Our brains are actually not even created to be happy. They are wired to make us survive. And that primitive part of the brain, it's like millions and millions of years of evolution. So it's not gonna get overshadowed by 200 or 100 years of the lifestyle. Okay. Okay. On my deathbed, if even if nobody is there, God will be there. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I'm just saying in general that, or even if you die, not in the like it happens that you're not with your family, but one of the last thoughts would be about your family, about that you managed doing that, and it's just a life that you wouldn't choose any other life apart from that. No, I'm Georgian. I got a husband. Become the next Trump, bro. You're kind of smart. I need to change my haircut. Oh, well, I'm also young. I'm still learning a lot of things. And I wouldn't definitely step on the political side, I think. It's hard, even if you come with the good intentions in the politics, unless it's in the region politics where it's like or the countries where it's just a job, But maybe one day I will do public speaking. Maybe one day I'll do more of the, motivational stuff and help people with the things I can help. Okay, keep scrolling up. Joseph says, this lady is very sophisticated, not a simple mind, quite intelligent. Well, I appreciate it, thank you. And this is what you hear now. This is so far my experience, the years of life I've been through, the challenges I've been through. This is like here right now, me talking about those things. This is what I acquired, and I'm young. I'm still learning. There's still a long journey ahead, hopefully. And I appreciate those words, though. It's a great compliment. I think it always feels great when someone compliments your mind or your skill set. That's something that you worked on. So I appreciate that, Joseph. Thank you. And I think you're the same. According to your responses and your comments in the chat, I think you're a very smart and thoughtful person too. I agree. There is a saying: hard time creates hard men create good times create weak men create hard times. Yeah, that's the quote that we quite commonly use ourselves as well. We need to, though we are at the level of the societal development, humanity now, that we actually need to start looking the ways how to break that cycle. Meaning that having a good, high quality life, but at the same time being completely in check, have the system in the check that we become resilient physically, like a little bit of Spartans. Spartans, even in the times of peace, they would never get relaxed. They would train. Both men and women were obligated to physically exercise. Men were training in the same way as they would do in the hard times, in the war times. So that's something I think we need to share. We should start adapting more and more as a societies. We need to be ready, even where there's no need for that. What about I'm orphan, what I was abandoned, God loved me? Yeah, I believe you should have a strong belief system, and I encourage people to believe in God. But sometimes, the only thing is going way too far with the, kind of resenting science and the facts, and only being in a religion actually can stop your progress. I believe that. So keep your God in your heart. Have the God everywhere together with you, but also don't be afraid and don't be hesitating. See and observe the world, learn and compare things, and develop further too. what do you do besides fighting? I like doing music and art. I'm singing. I'm not creating that much of music at this moment, but I like singing, basically just vocal singing, and I do some art. If you're interested, guys, in more of those, you can check karaoke nights that I'm hosting. So you can hear me singing there. And if you're interested to see me drawing and painting more, I can do that too. My mother tried to kill me before I was born. Well, I'm sorry for that. But you're here with us, so that's the God's will. What do you think Holloway Dustin? Well, Dustin won 2 times already, but that's his retirement fight, and I think Holloway has the chances to get that one win for himself, but we'll see. I think it's going to be a good fight, very emotional. Hi, you're gorgeous and your communication skill is amazing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Considering that English is my third language, that is especially, I really appreciate those words, because that's something I really worked hard and I worked a lot on. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. Arguing about religions is a brain dead thing to do. Every religion is here to protect us in society from ourselves. Well, I believe that every religion has certain values, but it's enough to put the belief in the wrong things that can actually cause the opposite effect, and that's why I'm encouraging critical thinking and common sense. Don't be afraid to learn and educate yourself, learn about different religions, different system of beliefs, and take only the parts of it that actually really make sense. That is, let's call it an inherent truth, something that it really resonates with different religions and different, it just works in this life. So it's a little bit too, some of the religions also don't develop that fast and they're too old-fashioned. So at the same time, you need to keep the foot with the progress. That's why I'm saying that I believe you need to take certain values from different religions and adapt it to the modern life as well. Hi from New Mexico. Hi. Evolution doesn't disprove God. Just because you found God hammers doesn't mean there is not the use of the hammer God set up. Yeah, I mean, I believe that, for me, I use the universe. To me, the God is the universe. Whatever, it's something beyond the understanding. It's everywhere around us, and it's way big. And scientifically, it's also like we have the space, we have the galaxies, and we have this expanding universe that is there's so many things that we don't know, right? So it makes sense both. It is like a belief, but also it kind of makes sense if you put a little bit thought to it. And I believe that whatever happens in this universe, in this world, is not without a cause. So yeah, I'm not going to disagree on that one. What's been the best compliment you ever received? Let me think. Well, it's nice to when people. I got some compliments regarding, more not even compliments, more just appreciation regarding certain words. People called me having a bigger wisdom comparing to my age, so that's been quite a good compliment. But I think the best compliment was, and the best appreciation was about that someone who saw that I really care. I really do care for people, and when I give away the information, when I try to help, them telling me that, we can see that you care, and thank you for that. I think that's been the best compliment and appreciation, because I really do try. That's really my intention. You're adorable. Thank you. That's cute. I believe in God, but not God's people like prophet and other preachers. Well, I can relate to that. Even in Georgia, it's an Orthodox Christian country, but there are a lot of flaws, a lot of things that I don't like. They're preaching way too much. There's some good priests and preachers who actually preach love, and they talk about Christ. They're talking like their main focus about love and forgiveness and like a lot of those. I'm back live now. But yeah, anyways, just saying that even though they're good priests and preachers, a lot of like for me, hey guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Please just let me know if it's working, okay? But yeah, anyways, what I'm saying is that to me, the Georgian Orthodox Church is a lot like it's so negative and heavy in many other ways. It's like about mourning and being like heavy and these people go to church and they come out and they still being judgmental, they still gossip. So that's not the environment I really feel comfortable in. I felt way more peaceful and actually closer to universe and the God in those abandoned churches when we were hiking with my friends, where we just take a moment and just sit inside and just have that closure with nature and like everything around, than in those systematic churches with actually becoming something far from the actual belief and actual values to me. Yeah, it's okay now. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you, Luke. Explain where matter comes from if it cannot be created or destroyed. Well, it's a good question asking me. Like, I'm just a 25-year-old girl and you're asking me explain something that is actually no one knows exactly. I can just tell you my belief. Our brains are like cannot comprehend. It's beyond our comprehension. The how it works. Like we have, here in this world, we have lots of gravity, physics and stuff like that. So we can kind of put that in the context of our Earth, and then we can do some, like there's some research and some, we research it a little bit like outside of the space, a little bit. But then like the entire thing is just beyond our understanding. What if it's always been there? That doesn't really fit our understanding of time and the space, right? Because we perceive things. One of the main denominator for the perception is time. But what if it's always been there? But then you have a question. No, it should have started from somewhere. There should have been a time where it started. But what if not? You see, so it's just beyond our understanding. We can just speculate on things. There is no exact answer on that matter. Yeah, that's what you're saying. God's always been there. It's hard to perceive for us because there's always beginning and the end to something, and there's a new beginning. But what if it's always been there and it's just non-stop process? And be my wife. I'm already married. But yeah, guys, it's interesting. It went way too more to the religious conversation. Let me just check the time quickly. Okay, yeah, I still have time. And there's nothing wrong with it, but feel free to ask about other questions too, guys. We can talk about whatever. It was about focus on training, so you can ask about training if you actually need some pointers and questions regarding that. You can ask about some how training, for example, would help you with the self-confident relationships. That topic we also went through slightly before in the stream, and we can do that more as well. Just feel free to ask about the different things. Hello from Ohio. Have you been to the States? Not yet, but quite possibly, maybe me and Chris will come there if my visa gets approved. And I will let you know what would be basically it would be just we would help our Fred to set up certain things in US, and yeah, if he's a Norwegian, so he can get ESTA visa short term for that matter. And for me, the main requirement is if you go like a short term like this, they just want to see your strong ties to your home country, and I have some ties for my home country, so hopefully I'm gonna get approved. Nice. How long have you been training? I've been training for years. Basically, my physical activity training started from dancing, and I didn't mention that much, but from 6 years, when I was 6 years old, my parents put me into Georgian national dancing, which is, I think they do that to pretty much every kid almost in Georgia. And that gave me the first experience of discipline, the physical training, and all of that kind of stuff. Then in the teenage years, I had some gap, and maybe a couple or 3 years, I did more like music, guitar playing, and just focus on those things. When I was around 12, 13, 14 years old, and then I started doing gym, then karate, and then boxing. And then I stick to boxing in my amateur junior years, competed there a little bit, did like I went to the national team, but I retired early because there were some issues in the federation, but also my it was my personal decision as well. But then I went to the university. I quit very soon because I didn't like how the system worked. Then I took the PT course in Georgia, and then I started working as the fitness coach in the different gyms. And then I moved gradually. I learned English. And I in that period, I kept training and like I never stopped training. Sometimes it was on and off, but pretty much it was consistent. And then essentially, yes, I did some military type of training for the civilians. I did hiking and a lot of wall climbing, mountain climbing. And on and off, it was boxing as well. And then essentially, I started sprinting and I started this channel. And I get back to boxing more now. And now my main focus is sprinting and boxing. So that's pretty much. And I've been also doing resistance training, strength training, and hypertrophy at some point. But now I'm sticking more to the strength training. Okay, and keep scrolling all the way to the top. Oh, amazing story. Oh yeah, and PT coach, deadly. Yes, I'm now I work as a personal trainer online mostly. My clients are pretty much long term. The oldest clients I have, I worked with them for 5 years now. I train girls in wrestling. Any tips regarding nutrition? Oh, hi Leo, Javier. That's well, good, great that you're training a girls team. Regarding nutrition, definitely balanced diet. I use chronometer app. It's CRON. Okay, I'm not that good at spelling, but it's chronometer. It's like it is orange colored logo with the apple in. So I think they should start, if you would start the practice, the calorie tracking and the nutrition tracking, that would help them to find their individual goals. Because usually it should be high protein, fiber, definitely enough amount of carbs for training to have a good main energy source, healthy fat, probiotics, vitamins and minerals. So all those things that the calorie tracking and the nutrition tracking apps can help you to really set their own, establish their own needs. So yeah, if you would get something like that, that would be good for your girls. Can you say hi, Madison? It's my birthday today. Hi, Madison, and happy birthday. I wish you all the best, and yeah, just keep it up. Whatever you do, never give up, and do your best in life. Chris is back. Yeah, that's a chronometer. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's very easy app to use, and even free version gives a good insight on the breakdown on the nutrition. It's interesting question. So that we have a coach who trains a girls wrestling team, and there was questions about nutrition. So I just suggested oh, that's a cool one. Chris got some groceries, and like he's showing me the stuff, steaks and stuff he bought. Stay hydrated. That's a good advice too.
I will.
Hey, can you give us your introduction first? Well, my name is Diana. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. You can look into it. It's a lot about sprinting and boxing, especially boxing lately. But I'm doing streaming now for quite some time, and as you see, I try to have conversations about real stuff, not only about training, but outside of it as well. And I'm also a personal trainer online. I'm working mostly online at the moment. Okay.
Can we eat it?
I'm not sure, maybe. Okay. But yeah, anyways, that's my introduction. Okay, and keep scrolling.
You want to drag this back to the top floor? To the 7th floor?
Not really. I think I'm comfortable here. Maybe you're just free to go if you want.
Yes, but then we can together.
Huh?
We can do it together and I can eat. If you just move a little, it will show.
Okay, let me just give me a second. They say the power in your punches, William says. I think you actively think of when you're trained. In my case, that is already automatic. It's just a reflex, and definitely I build it up that way. You really want to build up the good transition between your foot and essential landing of the punch.
Generate power.
Yeah, power through velocity. That's where you want to get. Next woman president. Of which country? How you teach someone to throw a hook powerfully? Okay, I need to show that. Chris got the sleeping masks. So we're trying to have a good sleep. We always try to have it fully blacked out. So he got us some very cute masks. Look at this. That's adorable. But yeah, when it comes to the hook, it's the same principle. The body movement is basically the same. It's just the direction is different. So yes, it's slightly different in the upper body, but from the lower body,
Right on.
it's the same. Hold up.
Come on, put it all the way down and see if it works.
Yeah, it works.
And that has like a gel.
Yeah, they have like a cooling thing, yeah, that you can put in the fridge. That's good. Oh, pardon. Dropped my card. But yeah, anyways. I'm gonna next week I'm gonna be boxing from the scratch, so I'll show you step by step how to build up the routine. Okay, so looking forward to that one.
You're okay up there and stuff. Right?
Yeah,
Okay, then let's.
just give me a second, babe. Just want to drink my coconut first. I see, coconut coffee. Your braces make your breasts stink. No, not if you take care of them. I appreciate the message, but now I'm going to pray. Well, thank you for being here, Luke. Have a good day and have a good prayer.
See you next time.
See you next time. Or you got braces, you're not 14. Well, my dentist literally told me if I wanted to save my teeth before I turned 30 and didn't lose all of them, I had to expand my teeth position. So that's the reason why I put on the braces.
You'll see that a lot in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, you can see that a lot of grown-ups with the braces.
They can't afford it when they're kids. So
Exactly. Yeah, they can't afford it when they're kids, and they do it in the adult life, and that's absolutely. Actual dentist said that it's even better when you're adult. There's some advantages to it. Advice for the pain in the ribs after punches, like the body punches. Just rest. It's not a good indicator, so just make sure that your ribs are not fractured or anything like that. But if it's just like a muscle pain, because actually you are moving, like, doing different sleeps and weaves and stuff, and it's just your core muscles being sore, that should be fine. Just let it recover and it's gonna be fine. I am sturdy. What?
Somebody asked you, do you think you're good at math?
No, I'm not. Math has been mean to me.
It's very mean. Math was bullying you in school.
Yeah, I'm not very good at math. I tried though. There was a period at school. I was really trying, but yeah, I'm way better with languages. If you take maths, mathematical calculations, and language learning, I'm on the language learning side. I'm sturdy. I need braces now because upper teeth are breathing pressure and lower teeth and changing their. Yeah, exactly. So even if you are at that age, it makes sense to get your braces. Should I train with lower intensity without sparring? Well, ideally you would want to do as less sparring as possible. You can do as much as you want when it comes to the technical sparring, combinations, jab work, learning those stuff. But like when it's like a full-scale combat sparring, you don't want to do those way too often because you can feel yourself. It's just, it takes days to recover, and especially you don't want to get hit in the head that hard that often. So yeah, be aware of that. Are you a boxer? Yes, and I'm trying to get back to the competitive boxing. Do you like space, cosmos, like universe? I mean, yeah, it fascinates me. Hi, where are you from? Please say. Georgia. Boxing has legends like Muhammad Ali, and MMA has John and Connor. Well, MMA also has Bas Ruth and Don Fry. There are like, many other GSP in the UFC. There are like other great fighters too. I just don't think that John and Connor are the most known. They introduced UFC specifically to the world, but there are other greater fighters, I think. Well, John is great, but when it comes to the Connor, I changed quite a lot of opinions with regarding Connor, especially lately. And Muhammad Ali, definitely legend, but also for me, personal first is Tyson, Mike Tyson, and you have Roy Jones Jr., and you have many other fascinating boxers of that era. Wisdom Ali was like George Foreman and Joe Frazier. Yeah. What's your weight and height? My weight is 54 and 54 kgs, and my height is 161 centimeters or 5'2" feet. And I competed in the amateur boxing before, but it was years ago, and I want to get back to the amateur boxing competitions again. I stopped. Thank you very much. How long you've been training boxing? Well, totally now it's 10 years, including all the active competing time, being in national team, then quitting, but keep training with just for myself, polishing my technique and stuff like that. Up until now, it's been 10 years now. Chris, my husband, says no spamming us once or twice or you will be kicked. He's way stricter than I am when it comes to those things.
And don't say stupid shit and don't be rude and don't start nonsense. We have more than enough viewers, so we kick people fairly easily. First, we put them in timeout, and if they can't behave, then we just remove them completely from the channel.
I'm 112 kg and want to become disciplined. Well, with the discipline, you just need to start doing things that you don't want to do, but start smaller tasks. Start from the smaller tasks, like literally when you wake up in the morning. Instead of just staying in the bed longer, try to open the curtains up, start moving around the house, get hydrated, drink water, and maybe get some walk. Start from establishing those habits one at a time. Definitely start resistance training, go to the gym or both weight gym or martial art gym. Start training those things. Try to get the discipline of having a certain amount of steps per day, and it's just going to start gradually adding up. You're actually going to start getting better at the doing things consistently, and they're going to turn into those small habits. They're going to build your discipline up pretty much. What's the most important piece of equipment for boxer? The mouse guard. I'm not even joking. You recommend me kickboxing? I'm 18. Absolutely. Kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, mixed martial arts. If you want to do amateur level or more advanced level, it doesn't matter. Just do it. It's always good to know it and acquire some skills in it. Even for your own self-defense and being able to, protect yourself and protect others. So that's definitely good. Good both for your physical and mental health. Does your husband train also? Yes, he does. Best forearm exercise. There's a grip training exercises, and in the boxing we would have the weight and literally rolling it up. But there are different ways. Like I don't train forearms separately, but I developed this muscle because I was just doing mountain and rock climbing, because you're literally holding like this.
On the pull-up bar, if you put round
The
balls
yeah.
on, it's super effective.
Yeah, rope is also effective, I think.
I actually bought rice for it today specifically,
Yeah.
because you put the rice in the bucket and you do movements in the rice and that builds your forearm.
Yeah. Like there's rice exercise that you can look it up.
And climbing ropes.
Climbing ropes.
Just hanging, pull-ups, chin-ups.
And try to get this grip, like in the pull-ups. I'm still learning myself, I hold like this because my wrists are not that strong, but like you would want ideally to hold like that. That's pretty much the response. You warm up once body temperature is hot to go hard. Absolutely. You warm up, you start doing like a joint warm up first, and then I like to warm up through the movement. So then I would start doing the shadow boxing or whatever, or even heavy back training straight away. But I go easier. Okay, I go easy first round, and then just gradually add up, and basically at the end I'm warmed up enough to go heavy. Do you know Brian Johnson don't die or like it's like longevity protocol? If you know, do you like that ideology? I think Brian Johnson's training was pretty much balanced. One of my friends actually started training according to his protocol, and he shared like exact plan. What is the like weekly plan according to the protocol? And it was pretty much good combination between resistance training and cardio, VO2 max training, and I think it's quite good if you just want to keep your health in check, if you want to build muscle mass, if you want just to be to aim for the longevity, not like a specific competition or performance goals. Absolutely. If you're sore, rest 1 to 3 days. Yeah, sometimes after heavy work, that's depends on how you train. You can be sore. See, 3-4 days before I asked you that I have crush on a girl in my school, you said approach her. I did the same. She said you're not my type and threatened to tell teacher if I ever did the same. Okay, then just never approach her again. That was not a good reaction from the girl.
There's like 4.5 billion women in the world.
There's so many women, and obviously
there's 4.5 billion women in the world, and only one of them is your mom. So like you have a lot of choices.
I also I told him last time I did it for the sake of practice as well. Yes, it didn't feel good, and I understand, but that's the thing. If you really actually want to practice to be able to become confident in approaching women, that's what you do. You just approach them, and despite them being being bitches, just because you're not her type, literally threatening to tell teachers if you do that again, and like that kind of thing. That's also, you're learning that's not a good reaction. That's not a girl you should have a crush on. I hope you don't have a crush on her anymore, because that was a horrible way to deal with that situation. So, well, just don't do anything. Just leave her alone. But learn. Don't let that situation to affect you. Also, you're young. You're in school. As I said, focus at the same time by like trying to practice that, approaching girls and trying to date and stuff. Start training. Go to the gym. Build good community with other males that are strong and they're physically fit, and can help you to get better at it, because that also gonna increase your chances to be better with women. But also just select good women. You know, if a girl is just a pretty face, but this is the way how she deals with you, that's not the girl you want even to have a high school relationship with. Trust me, that would be a nightmare. So, man, you dodged the bullet. Okay. So I'm all for practice, and sometimes it's tough, I understand, but don't take it personally, okay? It's on her. It's her being mean, it's her being entitled, and it's her probably thinking that she's like a 10 out of 10 or something. But in reality, just with a simple interaction with you, she showed that she's not attractive at all. As I said, just leave her alone in the shock. Just leave her, like literally start ignoring her. She told you? Ignore her. Don't even say hi to her. Okay, focus on others. Those things actually require sometimes to work on such a toxic people like her. That those things sometimes work. If you start fully ignoring her, like literally, don't pay attention at all, she might start getting, you know, like into the thing, oh, why is he ignoring me? Why is he not even talking to me? And like, but as I said, that's not what you want. That's not the girl you want to deal with, trust me. Never happened to me if you're quite good looking with tall. Well, obviously looks matter, that's for sure, but yeah, let's go. Let me just finish it.
You want to take some of your coffee?
No, well, I guess. Okay, we're gonna try to move to
A rooftop nearby?
Rooftop, yeah. We're gonna move to another place, so can you just have this and read some comments if something, and I just carry I'll help you to carry stuff. And
Yeah. Well, but when we go away from here, the internet is going to be...
well, it's gonna move probably to my data like it usually does, so it should be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying for these phones, there's no point in having them on.
Oh, right, that's true. Okay.
Take my phones, this, and I'll carry all this.
Yeah, we're just gonna move to another location and the rooftop. Chris has some groceries. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a little walk. So guys, temporarily I'm not going to be able to respond to your chat because I don't double streaming through the screen, just putting it as like a double, yeah, both Twitch and YouTube on the same screen, but it just messed. I cannot even see the comments now on the I'm just gonna get to the another place. Oh, that's a cart. But yeah, anyways, it's a good conversation, guys. Being quite diverse conversation as well, you know, all the different types of questions and quite beyond the topic as well. That's just a part of our significant parts of our lives. Hey, puppy. Okay, getting the card ready. Oh, shit. Just come on in. Yeah, actually give me, oh, I have the phone, right. So I'm just gonna.
You have everything.
Yeah, I have everything.
Okay, it's slow elevator.
Yeah, it's just very here. Anyways, guys, just give me a couple more minutes so I'm gonna be able to get back into the chat again.
Okay, I'll send you.
I like to do like what I today. Now it messed up the. I cannot even see the.
All the Twitch and YouTube ads.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
We'll see. We'll make it work somehow.
Yeah, some other.
Ask people in the chat.
Okay. Probably everyone's gonna
see
see.
you up there in a bit.
Okay.
Want coconut coffee?
Yeah. Anyways, going up to the rooftop. Elevators. What I found out in this country, elevators can be very, very slow. Okay. Yes, reconnected. Okay, I'm already at the right location. Let me just. Let me see if it's a good picture, and let me connect another phone to the Wi-Fi. Actually, it's connected. Good. All good. Okay, what do we have here with the chat? Is your husband from Spain? No, he's from Norway. And Jonathan, here you're going because you're spamming. I'm just hiding you from the channel. Okay. I'm 5.5 feet, only 8 affects boxing. I mean, for boxing, good. Depends which weight class you're in. You're good. You're as same height as the Demetrius Johnson, the Mighty Mouse, and one of the baddest fighters, like the greatest fighters out there. I really admire you. You are so disciplined and consistent. Very few girls really work on themselves except on their beauty. What's your source of income for funding this? Don't tell if you don't want to. Thank you very much for your words. And regarding your question, it's completely fine. I'm online personal trainer. So even before meeting Chris and before we tied our finances together, guys, let me know if you can see me properly, okay? So anyways, before we tied up our finances together, and obviously that makes everything easier, I've been doing online personal training, so I'm self-employed, and I managed to build it up after learning English. And in the pandemic, back in the studio where I still worked in that studio in Tbilisi, we practiced some online trainings. And this is when I quit the studio, I basically just already had the experience of working online with people. And yeah, just since then, this is how I've been training. I trained some people physically offline, on and off as well, but my main focus has been mostly American market and European market. That's what I've been doing all this time. So just pointing out, I'm not that rich or anything like that. Like now we're trying to work the YouTube and, get to apply for the monetization and grow that platform as well. Chris is doing some crypto work, and he has some passive incomes from this annuity from his past, some incomes that he set up that he gets passively. So we're pretty much good, but we're not richest people in the world, that's for sure. It's not only financial aspect to it. I believe it's really, really setting up, it's really putting priorities in place and distributing your finances for the things that really matter. Where you need to, let's say you need to go to gym, you pay for the gym, you pay for the, obviously basic care for yourself, and you pay for some, I don't like to pay very expensive for clothing. I actually fan of the thrift store, so I rather go to the thrift store and find very interesting looking, good looking thing that fits me, then just go to those like brand shops and stuff. So yeah, I'm just saying that it's not really that much about the finances. It's about the determination and plan and the consistency, and teach yourself first how to be consistent, and then, getting even better at it. And also surrounding yourself with the good people, with sane, consistent, and disciplined people. That's why you want to have a partner who is also admiring those qualities, and they're aiming for being good at it. Like, I have my husband who is also very, very disciplined. He's very consistent. He's very he always keeps me in check as well. He always pushes me in the moments when I'm sometimes feel insecure about myself. So sometimes you also need people who will keep you in check. Keep scrolling down. One subscribe from my side, done. Thank you very much. I watched your video and you have some power. I try to build my power, so that's one of the things that, apart from the technique and just getting there and getting points, I really want to have a power impact in my weight class, in the women's boxing. So, because I think that gives you a massive advantage, both physical and psychological. Also sets you up for finishing fights before the end of the fight. Is that a boxing channel? You're a fighter? Yes, generally it's boxing, sprinting, it's just training and the lifestyle. But we also have streams, like I'm streaming like today. It's just a conversation and people are free to ask any questions. Though the topic is about training questions, I mean, everyone can pretty much engage in whatever they want. But yeah, that's what. Now I started streaming lately because my view numbers, watch hours also went up significantly, and I'm trying to grow this channel. So I do a lot of content through live streaming at the moment. By the way, the next live stream gonna be apart from the karaoke night tonight, Thursday. Tomorrow is a Thursday in Vietnam, so I'm gonna do the basic boxing from the scratch live stream, where I literally gonna guide you where you should start from, show you technique, show you the details, and explain all of those things. So I think that's gonna be a very productive live stream, and just feel free to join. Where you from? Originally Georgia. Thank you so much for your answer. What's your record in amateurs? I think it was around 5 fights maximum. I didn't do it that long, but that was because I didn't attend. Well, they didn't take me to many official competitions. That's now it's different situation in Georgia. Now they have separate women's team, and they really take care of them. Well, at least way better than it was years before. But I have a lot of open sparring experience. I have way more open sparring experience, meaning that when the gym is hosting another gym, another city, or sometimes another country teams in their gym, and we do fights like this. Did you travel a lot? I see different locations. Right now, it's been a few months in Vietnam, Nha Trang specifically. But I've been in Philippines. In this means we've been in the Philippines in this time, and yeah, we'll try. We're gonna travel more soon as well. Artur Beterbiev or Dmitry Bivol? Well, Beterbiev has this short but very powerful and a razor punches, but Dmitry Bivol has crazy footwork. The guy can bounce all 12 rounds, and has the Soviet style boxing. I think Bivol, comparing to Beterbiev, is well more technically equipped, and well, it's they have one record now in their trilogy. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I don't know. Also, neither of those boxers are like someone I necessarily cheer for one or another. I just really looking forward to watch their fight. Do you like Ilia Topuria? Yeah, I mean, I like both Merab and Ilia. I think they're determined and consistent. And but when it comes to personality, Merab is my favorite. Though when it comes to the Ilia, I really believe that he's trying to build really become the best of the best. I think his ego is quite big, and this is how he directs it. And I think if you have a big ego, that's a good way to direct it. Literally try to become one of the best. He still has to do a lot to get on that, Hall of Famer level, but so far I see him doing it consistently, despite what he talks and what he does. Despite what he talks, he executes things so far. So we'll see, how it goes in the future. Can you teach me how to box? Well, you can join for tomorrow's live stream, which is literally going to be the boxing from the scratch, where I'm going to teach you step by step how to build up your boxing technique.
You have some videos too.
Yeah, I have some videos. You can also check out my YouTube channel, and obviously you can see. Enjoy, baby. It's first person to get 2 belts while staying undefeated. Yeah, that's true. What's your suggestion for learning English fast? Well, I definitely can give you some pointers on that. Well, try to commit, take time and really commit to it, especially if you have that opportunity. Because what I did, I took like 3 months of my time when it was pandemic, when we literally were closed up in our homes. So I was practicing 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and I literally made the notebook that was called Advanced Vocabulary. So those 2 words are my first advanced words, and in those advanced vocabulary, I would use fitness and science articles to translate, take those sentences and try to make sense out of it, take the words, really commit to learning those words. Then I would watch traveling videos because that was something that excited me. If you prefer watching movies with subtitles, go ahead. I was watching YouTube videos of traveling different countries with subtitles, and that helped me also. I was pausing, still taking out the words and the sentences and the quotes that I wanted to learn, and I would write it down in my notebook. But then I just kept listening and gradually getting better at it. What else I was doing? I was doing some grammar work as well. I think I had some grammar book, and I did a little bit like sentences, just putting it in different, present simple, past simple, and like all those times, because in English you have a lot of times. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I just been consistent, and if you don't have that much time to commit to all of those things, first thing you should do is really focus on words. I think the more words, the more vocabulary you have, even without just
find a boy or a girl that speaks the language.
Yeah, and obviously practice. Yeah, find a partner that speaks the language so you can communicate in English. That really was helpful since we met. But even before,
no, but I'm just
friends as well.
Just go on Tinder and find some chicks and just start talking.
Yeah, well, that's advice from Chris.
Or Omega Lair, or there's shit on stuff.
Is it possible to learn boxing at home by watching videos? I believe you can build up the technique that way. I think you can do that. But to really put it in practice, you will have to go to gym, and you have a back training. You would have to do some light technical sparring with other people to really start adapting to the 101 work. I subscribed you. Please shout out. Shout out to Rupankar. Yeah, I'm not sure if I said correctly, but shout out to you. Thanks for subscribing.
Rupanker. Rupanker.
You got OnlyFans. No, and I'm not planning to. So go cry in the corner. Okay, jokes aside, but yeah, I think OnlyFans is horrible. I also know that OnlyFans was supposed to be actually just to show backstage and stuff, and the way how people and women started using it for what purposes, like, Jesus Christ, now it's like horrible. Oh, I just noticed the coffee. This made me a coconut coffee. In Vietnam, there's so many delicious coffees. You have like a salt coffee, coconut coffee, and like all stuff like that.
Now I want salt coffee.
Now you want salt coffee, oh my God. Hey, how to overcome injuries soon? Depends on the injury. If it's a serious injury, you really need to start going through physiotherapy, some rehabilitation training, and you have to be ready that you might not.
The injury.
Exactly.
Look into stem cells.
Stem cells is this new way how to really help it. But without it, there are certain injuries that might be hard to cure fully. You can just make yourself stronger. You can just support your ligaments if it comes to the joints, for example, your ligaments, your muscles, and just support it that way. But if it's just a light strains and light injury, just let it rest and don't push on it for some time. Observer says, don't listen to those creeps. Do not go for OnlyFans route for quick money because it will literally destroy your life. Yeah, absolutely not. I'd rather make money on YouTube trying to do something valuable. What do you think about Arman Tarakian? Well, not my personally best favorite personality, but I think he's a skilled fighter for sure, like no doubt. And did they just set it up? Babe, can you look at I think they set up for interim championship Arman versus Ilya. Someone said it and I just didn't have a chance to double check. No news about that?
No, not that I've seen.
Okay, so that might be. Yeah, maybe it was just a fake news. But anyways, I think he might be one of the first contenders to Ilya. They're not gonna let Ilya just go another weight class in the lightweight. That was, I think, his first goal from the very beginning, because his first fight was Herbert, not Herbert, but one of his first fights was in lightweight, and so then he went to the featherweight, and now back to the up to the lightweight. So he will have to do to defend his title. Do you have to plan kids? Do you plan to have kids at any point? Yeah, we're planning to have kids in the.
I answer.
At not necessarily like within the next 5 years, but we're trying to build ourselves up the way that we actually can afford having kids, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there are going to be wingsuit flyers and fighters and that type of.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know what, I don't mean to be arrogant, but our kid's going to have one of the coolest parents. I think so.
Well, I'll take them skydiving from like 6, 7 years old.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we're going to take them because by that time I'm already going to, probably before that, I'll do some skydiving myself.
Farm them,
I'm going to skydive from the farm.
I'm just joking.
I know you're joking. It's very cute when you say that like a joke, and then you're like, oh, I'm just joking. My name is Diana. All the way.
Can I give a piece of advice? Like, rolls like this is so filling and low calorie. It's basically just rice paper, prawns, salad, and some dipping sauce that fills you up, and there's very, very low calorie.
Yeah, that's advice for someone who is wants to be in the calorie deficit, and it's one of the high volume foods that because there's salad and the rice paper, it's not that high of the calorie, and filling is not that high calorie at all. It's basically you create the volume and you have a lower calorie, so it's a good way to be consistent and be satiated while you at the same time try to have a deficit. Do you think Ben Askren will be able to fight again? Man, just let men recover. I mean, it's heartbreaking, and I'm glad that he had the transplant, and I think he has. I hope he has the rapid recovery, and just, I mean, I don't know.
I really don't think he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't think he will gonna want to go back. Yes, it's just, it might be, hard to deal with. Like to kind of just get to that point that way. Like Chris knows how it feels. Just one day being completely healthy and another day just like waking up from coma.
It was a little bit different.
Yours was more extreme, but like
I was literally scaling mountains and flying down in my wingsuit one day, and then I woke up months later and I'd lost half of my body weight and couldn't walk.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but I'm just saying for him, because he had this staph infection, it kind of developed very quickly, and all of a sudden he's like, okay, never smoke, never, like he's like, something like that. And just wish him a rapid recovery and spend long years with his family and have a happy life. Competition and sports are not that important when it comes to those more important things. What's your calorie intake and protein per pound body weight? I can tell you per kilogram because I'm not very fluent in the pounds. Per kilogram body weight, I take 2 grams of the protein. So it's basically double of my kgs in the weight.
It's very close to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not exactly, but it's close enough.
But yeah, anyways, so I would
if you are
take,
in that neighborhood, you are on.
For me, it would be
good.
110 grams of protein. And my calorie intake is, it depends. It's in average, it's 1,800 when I probably just move around, don't train, just have some steps in. Like a base level of activity, 2,000 up to 2,300, 500 sometimes. It's when I'm like very active all day on my feet, had a training that same day. So it's somewhere in that neighborhood. Yes, prayers for Ben, absolutely. I hope he's already seems stable, but I hope he just goes through the rapid recovery. Then there's a country in Asia called Bangladesh with 200 million population, 0 Olympic medals, and they hate Anil because he's a double champ. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Hi, Diana. You're a UFC fighter. No, I'm not a UFC fighter. I just like martial arts and watching martial arts. But I'm a boxer, and I'm aiming for getting back into competitive boxing at some point. Can you be my coach? Well, anyone who would want to do some online personal training with both me and Chris, we also do diet and sleep optimization. It's like generally what all those important aspects of the optimization. You can contact me on the email, which is in my YouTube bio, and we can see what we can do. Honestly, saying your channel have a lot of potential for growth. Just keep trying new things. I'm telling you this from my previous experience of running successful channel. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And well, we looked into statistics. We looked into AI, and it actually told us directly that it has a good potential. I'm already, what is the sub 1% in my follower range comparing to the views on the live streams? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm already in the less than 1% if we compare my follower amount and my live stream the view amount. So thank you. I will keep the work up. Any athlete, as an athlete, what supplements do you use? Okay, what we use is multivitamin for sure. We did some magnesium and glucosamine, collagen for joints lately, but Chris can give you a better answer for that too. So do you have any insight to put in?
I mean, what we do is a supplement is called a supplement is because it's something you take extra
Yeah.
in your food. And because we log, most of the time we log everything we eat, we know what we're deficient in. So if your chronometer tells you that you're low in vitamin K, for instance, that can be a problem for helping vitamin D reach your system more efficiently. So our supplementation is based on what's needed at the time. Like sometimes when I have joint pain and that kind of stuff, I take extra omega-3 oils and glucosamine and
Collagen.
and these kind of things. But it is really all dependent. It's like I said, it's like if you just have a baseline of lots of omega-3s and a multivitamin and a few vitamins that you know you're deficient in, like if you live in a very dark place, get vitamin D and vitamin K. Vitamin K and D, they kind of work together to get into the system.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually have enough vitamin D in your system, but if you don't have enough vitamin K, it can create some issues. So I would say that just start with a multivitamin, and if you want to build on some little bit of bulk, 5 grams of creatine. Creatine also helps cognitive function.
Exactly.
And well, it's naturally occurring in the body, and it's just very difficult to get the amounts that you need to have the great effects. So yeah, multivitamin, cod liver oil, creatine.
Very good advice, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
2 grams of protein per pound per kilo of body weight, and like I said, it's supplements. So just check what your chronometer app tells you. We are not affiliated with Chronometer. We would just think it's the best app, because then you can see, okay, you put everything you eat for a few weeks, and you see, okay, I'm definitely going to be deficient in potassium and magnesium and this and this and this, and then you can either change your diet or just buy simple pills as supplementation.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Well, that was very detailed answer, I think. And someone already says, I want Chris to train me. Well, well, email us and we'll see what we can do.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I do it slightly differently. I do like more courses, so it's not, I don't stay with clients extremely long. I can sometimes, but it's a little bit more expensive, but it's so that you have a skill set that you can use yourself for life. Because yes, sometimes it's great to have a personal trainer to push you on training, but what I'm more trying to do is make you self-sufficient, and then potentially can transition over to Diana doing the
yeah, that's how we like to work together. And yeah, if you're interested, we can always provide you more details regarding how we work.
Yeah.
Okay, someone has tips for training before signing up for boxing gym. Not necessary. Just if you want to sign up for boxing gym, go sign up for a boxing gym. Just start step by step. It's a good community there. Listen to the trainers. Just listen to others who are more experienced. Who try to help you to build up your technique, and just go for it. Are you real the Black Widow? Baby, I think that I know who I'm gonna be for the next Halloween.
What, Humpty Dumpty?
You heard what I said. Hello, USA, Shalom, and the famous actor in karate instructor Chuck Norris asked you to box in the ring. Would you good Good luck. Well, I didn't really get much sense out of this one, but thank you. Yeah, beautiful place. It's Nha Trang. Check it out. It's a Vietnam. Nha Trang city is beautiful place actually, and very affordable. So that's a good vacation destination, and even for the living too. How old are you? I'm 25. Do you any steroids? I don't do steroids. When baby, you have a fan here. June Moose says, when Chris talks, I get chills. When he talks, I get chills too. She's maybe like 25, 30. Yeah, I'm 25.
Yeah,
Bro, are you a doctor? He's not the doctor, but he's been from the... Okay, I'll just say shortly, okay? He's been proximity wingsuit fighter, base jumper. He had the crash where he had a coma for a week then in Brazil. Then he went back to Bulgaria like nothing happened. He aspirated, his lungs collapsed. His girlfriend at the time, called the ambulance. They brought him to the hospital. He was dead a few times. Then they kept him in the morphine-induced coma for 4 months. They also found a cancer tumor in him. So when he woke up from the coma, lost like extreme amount of weight, weighed like 52 kgs at 188 centimeter tall. They told him to gain weight like in 2-3 months. The surgery happened, it went well. They said that like all this time he didn't think that he would survive through. They would just wanted to keep him comfortable just to kind of, be okay with it.
It's called palliative care.
Palliative care. Essentially, from all those things, after he kind of pushed through all of it, from those critical points, he learned, he committed a lot of his time that he had, a lot of time at a point, learning.
To begin with, so I couldn't even walk.
You couldn't even walk. Yeah, just say it yourself. What did you do?
No, I
How you acquired that knowledge?
Started studying everything about how to essentially save myself, because the doctors gave me a very grim prognosis. Something like 97-98% of people die with the kind of conditions that I have. 2 collapsed lungs, 4 months in a coma, a 2.5 kilo cancer tumor in my abdominal.
Was not metastasizing, but it was a miracle that it didn't metastasize at that size also.
Yeah.
But simply just saying he's not a doctor, but he's a very self-taught, and he brought himself basically from the other side. And I don't know, you don't like to be on camera, but like at some point, like if you watch the videos where I work with him on the pad work and stuff, you can see he builds up his muscle mass back on the point. We actually met when he was weighing more of you had like a dirty body weight mass, like a lot of fat.
Well, the reason why fat accumulates for men around the gut is because it's the center of gravity. So it's the most practical place to put fat.
Yeah.
So fat goes on there, usually. There's different genetics for different people, but usually fat goes on the belly first. So it's the first to come on, but also the last to come off. Mm-hmm. So if you've seen people that have been fat and diet, gone back and forth between being fit and fat, they very often get very, very skinny in the face and other parts, because you lose fat all over your body, but you have more on your gut. So yeah. Anyway,
the point was that you managed to build up in the 2 years, now 3 years, but like since we met, you managed to build up how many, approximately maybe like 15 kgs of the muscle mass, because your weight didn't change that much except the last couple months that you actually cut down to till 92, but your body recomposition, like it's almost like a miracle. But it's also such a hard work and such a smart work combined. So like Chris didn't really only learn those things himself, but he also lived it through. He put it in practice on himself in the very, very, one of the most extreme cases you could actually imagine. So yeah, he's doing course type of work, and he's sharing all his experience and all his knowledge now with other people too. And if you're interested in it, you can contact on my email. It's our common email. And people are already asking, is Chris single? No, he's married to me. So I think you're getting some fans even without showing up on the camera. Loyal, subscribe. Thank you, Kedar. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Chris is also a backbone of this channel. It's not only me just doing my thing. It's literally it is a plan. It's a part of our long-term plan of building community, building a strong platform where we can help more and more people, share something valuable, and but obviously also get some extra sources of income. Make more money and set ourselves for the success as well. Yeah,
well, our whole philosophy is try to plan a couple of generations instead of planning for next Saturday, and take advantage of things like compound interest, slow accumulation. There are certain tipping points when you start making money. Like for instance, when you pass $100,000, all of a sudden it gets easier to make more money.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot to play around with, and that's the point we are coming to soon now with some property we own and stuff. So
yeah, we're doing the work. Like this is also the work. I'm kind of the front face, just because Chris isn't at this point. He's not really willing to be too much on the camera. People already ask you, Chris, show your face, man. Chris would write a book. One day for sure. I really want him to write a book. What is this? What's Chris's BDW? And you are... I don't know what it means.
BDW?
I don't know what it means. No, BDW. Yeah.
Sorry, that's the thing I haven't heard of.
You look like a Soviet girl. Well, I come from the post-Soviet country. I never lived in the Soviet Union because I'm too young. It was perestroika happened way before I was born. You got OnlyFans? No, I don't. Body weight and probably height. That's what they wanted to know. Okay, his body weight is 92 at this moment, kgs, and
yeah, I think I'm right now about 93 kilos, which is like 210 pounds at about 15, 16, maybe 17 percent body fat. I'm 6'2" or 188, and
yeah, that's what his parameters are.
That's my stats.
Chris, not OnlyFans. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. How old are you? I'm 25. He's 43. But yeah, guys, it's been, quite a diverse conversations. We literally covered training, that was the topic of the stream, relationships, religion and beliefs, and many other questions as well. Just want to let you know, so I'm trying to stream daily now, because my channel is getting quite a good views through streams comparing to my subscribers, and subscribers are adding up.
You get to talk to all these lovely people.
Yes, and I get to talk to all these lovely people. Don't say anything else. Yeah, I know what you...
Talking a hole in my head. So,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
That's a tip for all the guys out there. Just get your girl to start live streaming so she can just talk to random people online. So
Well, it doesn't really help because then I come to you and I was like, oh, let me tell you what things we talked about the stream, and you were like, oh man. Anyways.
I'm joking. I do like talking to you, but like I don't like talking as much as you like talking.
Well, I guess we can monetize on it now.
Well, you talk for literally 20, like when you're awake, you talk pretty much.
Well, I talk for work. I talk for.
You talk to your clients. You talk when you stream. You talk on the phone. You.
That's my work now.
Whenever you end up on the toilet, you call Kate. It's like.
Okay, let's leave those private details off the screen. Anyways, yeah, he's right. I talk a lot. I was an introverted child. I wasn't talking that much before. My talking started when I started working with a lot of clients. I guess that's where it started. But anyways, just want to let you know that I'm streaming daily now. Today, this evening, it's going to be a karaoke night that I'm hosting. So that's a little side hustle that I'm doing here while being in Nha Trang. And if you really want to see me singing and some other people singing, just, have some fun together, you can check out that live stream. And tomorrow, I'll do a boxing from the scratch live stream. A lot of people asked about that they want how to start from the scratch, how to build up the technique. Well, we're gonna do it all together in the live stream tomorrow. I'll schedule both. I mean, karaoke one is already scheduled, and I will schedule another live stream for tomorrow. And you're gonna be able to look it up and join for that stream. Just letting you know. Are you in Jakarta? No, I'm in Vietnam, Nha Trang. Women love to talk. Yeah, we do. Though I don't like that much gossiping or that kind of talk, I really like to, as I said, personal trainer kind of talk. It just became like...
No, I love talking to you, baby. You have lots of interesting things to say.
I understand, but I also I can literally talk nonstop.
No, but you do. Like, you talk for 7, 8, 9 hours every single day.
But you also seen how I sometimes get tired and sometimes I just sleep. That's why I sleep for 12 hours, I guess, because it's exhausting. Don't think that it's not. So well, you gotta utilize something that you're good at in a good ways.
You're actually very oppressed. It's like this.
Where are you from? Georgia.
This is harder than working in a coal mine, baby. This is hardest job ever.
Oh my God, yeah, it's so hard. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not wanna, jokes aside, I'm glad for doing what I'm doing. I'm glad for you guys that, I don't know, somehow it just turned out that you turned into this channel, or YouTube did it the way. I really, really appreciate all the engagement, and you're helping to grow my channel, our channel. And yeah, I definitely can. I don't have a right to complain about those things. So I would not change my life for anything, or for any other, for anyone else's life. Are you guys Marvel fan? Well, I mean, not fan exactly, but they're we watched Marvel movies.
Yeah. They used to be good.
Yeah, I guess. Before how it's called, MCU came in. Yeah, I mean, I like way older Marvel movies. And actually, my favorite character and my favorite series was the Punisher of the Marvel adaptation. With how that actor is called, I always forget the name of the actual people who play the roles, but yeah, that one is, to me, no superpowers, just a really, really close to realistic scenario. don't bring the dude to your live streams. He talks too much. He's ruining for you. Well, you know, like, that's my husband, and he's gonna talk as much as he wants in my live stream. Just go get life if you... Actually, just maybe stay and listen a little bit, because there are some valuable insights he might give you. Like, we don't want to hear him. We want to hear you. You're gonna deal with it, guy. You're gonna hear both of us, okay? Are you married? Yes.
Yeah, like this guy, Wes RS.
Exactly, yeah, whoever is that.
I just said, I told you to behave. You wouldn't say that shit to my face. I guarantee you that much. So don't say it in the chat. And I can just kick you whenever I want. So like, just behave.
Yeah, if you really want to be in
I hardly
this.
talk at all. She's been streaming for hours and I've talked for maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So don't fucking dare to be mean to my husband. I don't know, it's like, I really like to be nice to everyone, and, you know, just, I don't take things personal, but I think both me and Chris have that thing. We learned how to don't take things personal when it comes ourselves, but if someone attacks one or another, we become very defensive. Like, is that the right thing? I guess that's the song, because I also want to rip someone's head when they're like, even though I'm not the, you know, I'm a teeny tiny one in the relationship, but like I have this like urge to literally, you know, step up for my partner and stuff. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Max is one of our moderators. Thank you for doing a great job, and yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, someone says your husband sounds awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. He's very, very smart man. He's been through shit. He survived. He's very tough, very strong, but he's also a sweetheart. He's a very good person. One of the best people I know, and I definitely learned a lot from him. So the way you see me now, if you like what you see right now, this is in many ways the product of our relationship, the way how I grew up in this relationship. And he's my best friend.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying this for all men, but I'm saying this for a lot of men. I think that a big part of being a good husband, being a good partner, that kind of stuff is like, when you have someone that's extremely talented and beautiful and generous and have talent in singing and dancing and painting and boxing and streaming and all that kind of stuff, is like, it's my job to remove as many obstacles as possible. So we always make this sure that there's never any stress with money. We travel where we want. We do what we want. There's never any obligation for her to have to work, but like, obviously she loves working, so she does it. And I mean, that's the kind of very, I would say, old school principles between men and women that has worked forever, and now everyone has kind of lost sight of that.
Yeah, too selfish, too self-centered and self-focused.
Yeah, and for us, like,
give me your hand.
We don't work hard and buy properties and do that kind of stuff to only to aggrandize ourselves. This is to make sure that our children and our immediate family and our close friends also have opportunities and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, a big thing is people overestimate what they can do in 6 months to a year, but they drastically underestimate what they can do in 5 to 10 years. So yeah, it was pretty much exactly 5 years ago since I woke up from a coma with a massive tumor in my stomach that I had to have a very big surgery on and all that kind of stuff. And in the last 5 years, I've managed to rebuild my life better than ever. So So yeah, that's kind of the principles we live by.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Max says, thanks, Diana. I hope you and your husband are having a great day. Thank you very much. Max, same for you. Hope you're doing well. Also, guys, I forgot to mention in this stream at all, but we have a Discord chat, and the Black Crow, one of our moderators here, did a great job. He helped us to set up it in a good way that you can enjoy the chat and join the community if you really want to be more into community, exchange the interactions and communicate both with us and with each other. Ask questions, and
you can't do everything in streams and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. You can join our Discord.
The whole point is it will be skill sharing, you know. So like there's many things that you could probably contribute, and there's many things that other people can contribute. So yeah, that's the kind of community we're trying to build.
Yeah, absolutely. So feel free to join the community, especially if it resonates with you. Mayhem says, can hear he's very educated. Yeah, again, it's
Actually, I'm not educated at all.
Actually, you're self-taught.
I didn't even finish primary school. Meaning that I didn't even finish the first 9 years of school. I stopped going to school in 6th grade, but I could already read, speak 3 languages, and do math and all that kind of stuff. And I rebelled a lot, and I not really I wasn't aware of it then, but I understand it now that I didn't want to lose my ability for what's called divergent thinking.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
Yeah.
It's not a synonym for creativity, but it's an essential capacity for creativity. And children, if you test them on it, are genius at a young age. And the more they go to school and they're told it's like there's one way to do it. It's in the back of the book, but don't educate, but don't cooperate with other people in the class, and don't question the answers, and just follow. You go from room to room, so it's very much structured on the industrial model of production and these kind of things. And if you start to look at who financed the school system and that kind of stuff, those were business tycoons that basically wanted obedient workers for their plants.
Yeah, it's like a stamping. It's like a factory produced. Like killing the free thinking because you want the slave mentality to. And again, nothing against people who do like irregular jobs that society and infrastructure is built on.
That's
huge respect to that's the backbone entire society. But we're talking about just the schools literally trying to kill the free thinking.
Why don't we teach people in school about compound interest, for instance?
Yeah.
Why don't we teach people that, like, if you just save $100 every few months and you keep doing that for a long time, that will compound and build and build and build, and then you can invest in things. Or
absolutely, I wish I had the knowledge.
Or maybe your goal is not to just invest, but you buy that car you really want, but you buy it in cash instead of paying 13% interest and struggling with the payments and maybe getting it repossessed and all that kind of stuff. So it's like.
No, you're completely right. And well, let me read out some stuff. Max says he sounds like a great man and partner. Respect to you. And some ask about temperature. It's very hot here. Wonderfully said. Good couple. God sent her husband beast. What is Georgia education system? Not good at all. I was pretty much same. I maybe didn't rebel that much, but I also pretty much gave up on school, quite like focused more on sports and arts and stuff like that outside of the school. Beauty and the Beast. Where are you from? Georgia, and he's from Norway. And Chris.
That's not fair to call you the Beast. It's not fair at all. You're not a beast, bitch.
Call me Beastie. Beastie. Chris has nice voice. He should read the Communist Manifesto. That's the best one so far today. Like, okay, June Moose says, I started the stream for the hot redhead, but stayed for Chris. Baby, someone really likes you.
Yeah, no, I
What are boxing? For my boxing stuff, you can just check out my channel and see the what is my style, what I basically do for boxing. And we'll do, as I said, tomorrow it's going to be a stream for specifically boxing from the scratch. So all the beginners, everyone are welcome to join, and we can go through the routine, how to build up the technique together.
Yeah, both in our videos and in the comment section and on.
Beastie is the sleeping beauty. I'm actually a sleeping beauty. I sleep a lot.
Ridiculous. And she sleeps like a plank too.
I sleep like a straightly, like a soul. Like I sleep with no pillow. I literally sleep on the hard surface, and rather sleep on my back or my stomach. Maybe a little bit on my shoulders, but it starts hurting almost straight away.
Pretzel together with me, holding around each other and stuff like a loving couple. But no, she wants to be a.
I want to be a Nazi.
You want to be a dead vampire in the box. He asks what you want out of boxing.
What are you want to out of boxing? Well, boxing gave me. I just love martial arts. I really like analyzing and learning and strategy behind it. That's kind of what excites me. But what it gave to me over the years is definitely a sense of confidence, but silent confidence, not just like beating up people or anything like that, but actually having a very good understanding what is my abilities and where not. So it really gives you a good reality check once you actually have experience in sparring and fighting and stuff. So you know that the weight difference matters, you know that the men and the women's power matters, and you learn how to avoid conflict situations. You're way more peaceful, and you're way more focused, and you're also you can deal with a stressful situation without panicking. So boxing really laid that foundation throughout the years in my for my personality. Sleep like a plank. You're genuine and nice people. Keep it. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Though, guys, the thing is, I'm supposed to have a personal training session now in a couple minutes. So, unfortunately, I have to wrap up the stream, though it's being a joy and a pleasure to talk to you. And thank you for engaging in the chat and all these topics that we went through. I absolutely had a pleasure. Do you want to say something, babes?
No. Thank you all for engaging and all that kind of stuff. I'm mentioning again the Discord and in the comments in their videos and all that kind of stuff. We do actually look through almost all of this stuff, and if there is things that you want help with, between the two of us and all our connections, we can't figure out almost any issues.
Yeah.
And like the traditional medical system can be very good for acute emergencies, but when it really comes down to it, things like depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, unless there's a very serious psychological
trigger for it, outside factor, like an tragedy or
illness, so much of what you get prescribed medication for could be fixed by just doing squats and eating healthier and
have good sleep, optimized sleep,
being covered in Cheeto dust, masturbating in your mom's basement and that kind of stuff. Like it's no, but like the thing is, like it's yes, clinical depression is a real thing, but we have a victim mentality culture now, which is super unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a victim of anything. Many bad things happened in my life, but like I don't identify as a victim. I identify as a
survivor.
Not even a survivor. I identify as a winner.
Yeah.
And like the crash.
That's a mentality.
Well, when I crashed my wingsuit into the building, and I broke my face a little bit. But what happened is that they found a tumor that would have killed me within literally, the doctor said this would have ruptured, you would have been dead within days. And spending weeks learning to walk again, and it allowed me to actually learn to think deeply about things, because this was during the pandemic, and because I had two lungs, I couldn't have contact with almost anyone except my girlfriend at the time, but she was working, and all I could do was read and study and really think about what do I actually want, because my life was just jumping off mountains, running around partying with wild crazy people with lots of money and all that kind of stuff. And it's like when tragedy strikes and you survive, you're given the opportunity to reassess things. And I'm happier now with less than I've ever been. So yeah.
That's great. And also, like, well, speaking of the God or universe, so definitely there's something that like really wanted you to have that purpose for you, you know, like you were born for something else, I guess. Something more important and bigger. But thank you very much, guys, for everything. As I said, we need to go now, and join for the next stream, which is karaoke night tonight. So just to have fun together and, you know, just enjoy it. And tomorrow it's gonna be boxing from the scratch stream for the people who want to learn how to build up their technique, and we can all do that together in that stream.
And I have a request for you guys. I want you to comment on all our videos. No more planking. Officially, the no more.
Don't do that. People are actually gonna start doing it.
The new no more planking for Diana campaign has started. One of you who tells her to stop planking will win some sort of session with one of us to go through some things.
With you, I'm not gonna do anti-planking session for sure. Like, no, with no one.
I meant more like we could help them with some different stuff. Like, we need to cure you of this vampire disease of planking. So anti-planking in the comments on our videos, please, guys.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much, and don't do that. Don't listen to him regarding the last thing.
We love pretzeling. We hate planking.
Thank you very much. And okay, now I need to find a way how to turn it off. Okay, have a good day, and I see you in the next stream. Okay. Let me just try to.
Because we.
Okay, but like the problem is now with this thing.